many women do you think have ever been to space? Maybe 19, 3, or maybe even 200 women have flashed into your mind. There have been over 40 women to go into space in the United States alone, but have you ever taken into mind the first woman in American history to go to space and how she got there? The struggles and obstacles that she had to go through, and all of her family that was supporting her throughout her whole journey. Well, that woman's name was Sally Kristen Ride. Sally Kristen Ride was the first American woman to go into space on June 18, 1983. Sally Kristen Ride flew on the Space Shuttle Challenger to become the first American woman in space. After beating thousands of other applicants, Ride was chosen as one of NASA's first 6 female astronauts, and they began spaceflight training in 1978. The mission launched on June 18, 1983, and came back to Earth on June 24th. Ride attended school at Westlake High School for Girls, a prep school in Los Angeles. She graduated in 1968. After a brief charge in professional tennis, Sally Ride came back to California to attend Stanford University. Ride was the older of 2 daughters to her parents, Daniel B. Ride and Carol Joyce Ride. Her father was a professor of political science, and her mother was a counselor. Sally was born on May 26, 1965, in Inicio, Los Angeles, California. That was where she grew up. Also, she was an athletic girl growing up and played tennis growing up and through college. Ride's sister was Karen Ride, and she had no other siblings. She only had one husband, and they divorced. She and her husband, Stephen Hockley, were married from 1982 to 1987, and they had no kids together. Ride's job after her space mission was, Ride left NASA and she was still passionate about science and space. Ride joined Stanford University Center for International Security and Arms Control. She later became a professor at the University of California, San Diego, teaching physics. Other things she did. She became a president of Space.com from 1999 to 2000. She believed that it was important to encourage students, especially girls, to embrace science and the studies of it. She co-founded the Sally Ride Science Company in 2001 with her partner, Tom O'Shaughnessy, one of the company's efforts included adding the moon cam experience onto unnamed NASA's Grail moon gravity probes, which allowed students to choose and take their own photos of the moon from lunar orbit. Sally died on July 23, 2012, from pancreatic cancer. Sally Kristen Ride contributed a lot to the works of NASA, and she worked very hard to help get women's rights into NASA. Sally Ride was the first American woman in space. She was the third woman in the world to go to space. Ride spent a lot of her time and money to help contribute to NASA's cause and to the women and girls having rights and chances to get into the space program in NASA.